When you look into the night sky, somewhere between the endless tapestry of stars, there is a red that has fascinated humanity for millennia. Mars.to the naked eye, it is just a glowing spark, but in the imagination of people, it has always been something more, a world of warriors, a cradle of gods, and perhaps the graveyard of a vanished civilization. The ancients called it the planet of war. Its red color reminded them of blood, battle, and destruction. The Romans named it after their god of war, Mars, but in whispers and in myths. The red planet also carried a different meaning, a place that once was alive, and as telescopes improved, humanity's curiosity grew. Strange dark canals appeared on maps of Mars, seen by early astronomers like Giovanni Schiaparelli. Later, the wealthy dreamer Percival Lowell insisted they were built by intelligent beings, a global irrigation system, proof of a great civilization fighting for survival on a dying world. Was he wrong? Or was he seeing the faded scars of something real? Modern science shows us a different picture of Mars. That it is a dry desert of dust and stone, swept by storms that last for months. Yet beneath that lifeless mask lie mysteries that keep scientists awake at night. Billions of years ago, Mars was different. Rivers carved valleys across its surface. Seas and perhaps even oceans covered its lowlands. Evidence shows that water once flowed there, shaping the land much like on Earth. Crater lakes, deltas, and minerals that form only in water whisper of a planet that was once alive. So what happened? Did Mars once have an atmosphere rich enough for rain to fall and rivers to flow? Did it once breathe like Earth does? And if so, could life have emerged there? The most haunting question: if life existed, did it stop at microbes, or did it grow into something greater, something intelligent? The idea that Mars once had a civilization is both thrilling and terrifying. It challenges our place in the universe. And though mainstream science is cautious, legends and alternative theories abound. Point one theory suggests Mars was Earth's twin. Once rich in water and air, civilizations may have risen there, building cities, perhaps even launching into space. But catastrophe struck. The planet's magnetic field weakened, its atmosphere stripped away by solar winds. Its oceans boiled into space. The Martians, if they existed, vanished, leaving behind only ruins buried beneath dust. In the 1970s, the Viking missions photographed the Martian surface among the barren plains of Cydonia. Cameras captured an eerie formation, a massive mesa shaped like a human face. It stared back at us from across millions of miles. NASA said it was an illusion, a trick of light and shadow. But many did not believe. Was it a monument? A relic? A warning? Others point to odd, angular structures that look too regular to be natural. Pyramids, walls, even traces of roads. The images are grainy, but the imagination is sharp. Could a great city once have stood there, now eroded by time and storms? Another theory is darker. Some scientists note the presence of xenon isotopes in Mars' atmosphere that are strangely similar to the byproducts of nuclear reactions. Conspiracy theorists. This is evidence of something unthinkable, a nuclear war on Mars. Perhaps the Martians destroyed themselves. Or worse, perhaps another race, gods or invaders from beyond, unleashed destruction upon them. Imagine a world once alive, silenced in an instant by weapons of unimaginable power. Cities turned to glass, seas evaporated, skies torn apart, and now, billions of years later, only dust remains, and faint traces in the chemistry of the AI. Is this wild fantasy, or the echo of a forgotten truth? Despite the silence, Mars still calls to us. For centuries, it has been a mirror for our hopes and fears. That we imagine life there because we dream of life beyond Earth. That we imagine civilizations there because we wonder about the fate of our own. NASA rovers crawl across its surface, drilling, sampling, searching for traces of ancient life. curiosity, perseverance. And orbiters from many nations mapped the planet in exquisite detail, and yet the greatest. Mysteries remain unsolved. The canals may have been illusions, the face may be a trick of light, but something in us refuses to let go of the idea that Mars once lived. Private companies now speak of colonization. Elon Musk dreams of building cities under glass domes, turning Mars into humanity's second home. Perhaps, in building our own colony, we will walk in the footsteps of a people who lived there long before us. Perhaps we will find their ruins. Perhaps we will awaken something that has been sleeping for eons. So, where did Mars civilization disappear? Did it ever exist at all? Or is it only a reflection of our longing for companionship in the cosmos? The truth remains locked beneath the sands of the red planet. Imagine the silence of a Martian night. The thin wind howls across endless plains, carrying dust from canyons wider than Earth's oceans. Stars blaze in a black sky, and beneath that silence, maybe, are buried stones, walls, statues, memories. Or maybe nothing at all. The mystery of Mars is not just about Mars. It is about us, our fear of endings, our hope for beginnings, our hunger for connection. If Mars once had a civilization, its death is a warning. If it did not, then its silence is a challenge. To make sure our own world does not share its fate. As you close your eyes tonight, think of that red dot in the sky. Think of the civilizations that might have lived there, and of the civilization we are still building here. Mars is both a grave and a mirror, and its secrets are waiting for us, while orbiters and rovers explore the Martian surface. Many scientists argue that the true secrets of Mars lie below the ground. The planet's surface is harsh, battered by radiation, cold, and dust storms. But beneath the crust, in caves and lava tubes, conditions could have been far more favorable. If a civilization once thrived on Mars, perhaps it retreated underground as the planet's climate collapsed. Some researchers propose that entire cities could be hidden beneath the dust, buried by billions of years of erosion. On Earth, we find ancient ruins buried under sand in deserts, preserved for millennia. Why should Mars be different? In fact, recent radar scans from orbiting spacecraft suggest the presence of large subsurface structures, ice deposits, hollow areas, or perhaps something more. Science explains them as geological formations. But for dreamers, they could be remnants of vast underground networks, roads, chambers, even sanctuaries built to escape the dying surface world. It is curious how myths across cultures sometimes mention fiery gods descending from the sky, bringing knowledge or destruction. Could these myths be distant echoes of contact with Martians? The Sumerians spoke of beings who came from the heavens to shape humanity. The Mayans tracked the stars with impossible precision. The Egyptians built monuments that align with celestial bodies. Alternative theorists weave these stories together into a tapestry where Mars is not just a planet, but the original home of the gods. Perhaps they left Mars as it died, seeding life or civilization on Earth. Perhaps we are the Martians, descendants of survivors who crossed the void long before written history. It is an idea both shocking and strangely comforting. If true, our longing for Mars is not curiosity about an alien world, but a forgotten memory calling us home. The lost civilization of Mars is not only a subject of science and conspiracy, but also of art. From H.G. Wells' The War of the Worlds to Edgar Rice Burroughs' romantic adventures on Barsoom, Mars has been imagined as a place teeming with life, warriors, and kingdoms. Movies, novels, and video games continue to portray Mars as a stage for mystery, from ancient ruins to future colonies. Perhaps our fascination is not coincidence. Perhaps storytellers sense a truth that science has not yet confirmed, that Mars once lived, and its memory lingers in our collective imagination. There are even those who believe Mars still tries to communicate with us. Strange radio signals, unexplained patterns in sand dunes, and geometric alignments in photographs feed the idea that something intelligent remains. Are these messages? Are they accidents of nature? Or are they projections of our human need to find meaning? The most intriguing thought is that Mars civilization might not have disappeared at all. Perhaps it evolved into something beyond our comprehension, beings of energy, or intelligence spread through the very dust and stones that I in that case. Mars may still be alive, just not in a form we are able to recognize. If Mars once thrived and then fell, its story may be a warning for us. Climate change, war, loss of atmosphere. The very things we fear on Earth may have already happened on Mars. Looking at its desolate plains, we may be seeing our own possible future. The ruins we imagine there could be a mirror of the ruins we risk creating here. And so, the question of Mars' lost civilization is not only about the past. It is about our own survival. To understand Mars is to understand ourselves. As technology advances, we move closer to stepping foot on Mars. The first humans who walk its surface may look upon the landscapes you have only seen from afar. They may dig beneath the rocks and ice. They may discover fossils of strange life or the shattered walls of forgotten cities. Or perhaps they will find nothing at all, and the mystery will only deepen. But one thing is certain. The dream of Mars will not fade. It will guide explorers, inspire poets, and haunt dreamers for generations. Mars is both past and future, both grave and cradle. And in its silence, it whispers to us, "Come and see. Where did Mars civilization disappear?" The answer lies hidden in stone, ice, and time. Perhaps one day we will know. Or perhaps the mystery itself is the gift, to remind us that the universe is vast, that we are no